stream, I'll make sure y'all understand me. I'm going to speak about women in male spaces, but also I want to speak about really what's going on in these particular male spaces. And I think I've said it before, there's really no true male space on YouTube, but there is, channels that are more dedicated to men. And we all know this, We all know that there are channels out there that are dedicated to men. Hold on a second. So I don't understand the need to be a female and you come to these channels and you automatically assume that changes need to be made. No changes need to be made. You need to understand where you're at and understand that people are going to have a difference of opinions. They are. It makes y'all like the stream, man. Come on, really? Them likes up. Or I could just shut this thing down. It don't make me no difference. It don't make me no difference. But when I look at these spaces of mostly, if not all men, if you are a woman and you come to these spaces, you have to understand that these men are going to think for themselves. These men are going to have their own opinions. Okay? You cannot go to these places and try to change people. Okay? You can't go to these spaces and get upset when they don't have the same opinion as you, because there are plenty of places you can go and get treated like a queen. But there are just certain channels you just will not get treated that way on. You just won't. And people have to understand that. A lot of you females have to understand that. And I said this last year, that you're going to see an increase of women in these spaces. And next year, you're going to start to see women completely overrun some of these channels. I'm already starting to see it. I'm already starting to see brothers allow women on their platforms and dictate how things go. Even though you will see women on my platform, you will see women in my comment section, my chat rooms, best believe they will never run anything of mine, not with my name on it. Not with my name on it. What's up, y'all? Sure. That's not going to happen. But I'm seeing some dudes allow women to just, out of nowhere, take control of their platforms. And I have to look and shake my head, because it really doesn't make any sense that they have allowed these females to overtake their platforms when it's supposed to be for men. You see, my channel has been pretty much mostly for men, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Logical thinking men who want to make better changes in their life. Okay? That's what my channel is for. You've seen an increase of women on my channels, but I think that's mostly due to the content, Second. All right, I just put some new links in the comment section to the mods. I put some new links there, so y'all can put those in the chat room. Hopefully y'all hitting that like button, okay? But the content I've been making was basically me just speaking on topics and issues that I felt like needed to be talked about. Me getting out my thoughts and my emotions and my opinions, all in the same. And what I'm noticing is that you got some of these guys who are more conscious and pro-black, and that's how these women are getting themselves a foot in these platforms. This is why I don't take the stance of a pro-black, because that's an easy way to get these simps, these female panderers, and these butthurt, bitter black females into your platforms, is through being pro-black, being for your community, having these stupid conversations, and because of that, these platforms are looking less and less like they're for men, is looking and more like it's for men and women who think on this particular type of ideology, and that's what I've been saying. That is why you have to be extremely careful. If you are a content creator, you have to be extremely careful about who you are allowing in your spaces. Because as a man, especially if you are a black man, it is very important for you to have a mind of your own. You cannot be trying to think with the group, because a lot of these people are not that intelligent enough to run any groups or to be listened to. Okay? They can't even get themselves together. They can't get no group of people together. And you got women coming into these male spaces through the back door, and the back door is through pro-blackism. Pro-blackism is how they are sneaking through these doors. That's how they're sneaking through these doors, through pro-blackism. And I want people to understand this. There's nothing wrong with loving your race. But you have to understand that you have females who want to get into these spaces so they can control them. You have females who are control freaks. They got to control everything around them. They have to control the people around them. They're so used to controlling their relationships. They're so used to controlling their friends, being in a position of power at their jobs. They don't know what it's like to be with a man who makes them feel like a submissive woman. They don't know what it is like to be in a situation where they don't have to be the breadwinner. And they have a bunch of people around who are yes people, who tell them what they want to hear. So these women are saying to themselves, how can we get these men to not talk about us, or to switch the conversation to race instead of gender, instead of holding these women accountable? And they do it through the color of their skin. That's how they're getting a lot of you dudes to take your eye off of what's important. And what's important is bettering yourself as a man, separating yourself from the BS, and putting these dysfunctional females in check. But they don't want y'all to do it. They want y'all to focus on, this structure. They want y'all to focus on that. They don't want y'all to focus on the fact that you have women, okay, who give you a hard time at work. You got women who are not mentally, fit to be a part of any dating market, who constantly want to shut you up. They don't want you to be honest about nothing. So we have to really understand that it's okay to talk about race and how you want to improve yourself as a black man or a black person, but don't allow that to become the topic of every conversation. It's like I say, women shouldn't be the topic of every conversation, but it doesn't mean I'm going to change my stance. And you got females that want to they want to change your stance. They want to change who you are. You can't let them change who you are. And that's what they want to do. They're sneaking into the back door of pro-blackism and colorism. They come up with these outrageous arguments in order to get us to be on the defense. Never get on the defense. Never explain yourself. You have a position, stay within that position, because as soon as you change, then you're going to think to yourself, what you're doing is wrong. Nothing that you're doing is wrong. Nothing you're doing is wrong. You got to keep moving forward. You can't allow people to knock you off your square. You feel like you're moving in the right direction as a man, move in that direction. We got too many distractions out there anyway. A month or so ago, I allowed people to get me, unfocused for a quick second, but I got back on it. Because I understood that there are people out there that are going to want attention. I'm going to get to that. Because I do feel like you do have attention thoughts seeking to drain the energy of everybody around them. There were females in my chat room who were doing nothing but trying to drain attention from men. Now they're not here anymore. And I'm going to be stricter on women who are here seeking attention. Because no longer will you be a female in here seeking attention and flirting with everybody. That's not happening no more. If I see that, you're gone. Simple as that. If you can't come here and soak up the information, why are you here? And that goes for some of you dudes as well. If some of you dudes are in here being a clown, not really listening to what's going on, you're just trying to get a rise out of people, you are gone. I don't need attention-seeking men and attention-seeking women. It's enough that you got attention-seeking women, but attention-seeking men is on another level. Shout out to Raiders48 again. Says no man at home, so they're invading the tool. That's what it looks like. Or some of them do, Raiders. Some of them have a husband. Some of these women have husbands. Some of these women got boyfriends. Some of these women got side dudes. But they're still on YouTube trying to control narratives, looking for attention that they ain't getting at home. So they're seeking male attention wherever they can find it because they ain't getting it at home. You have female content creators who are brand new to the manosphere. And I really wish, listen, I'm not going to tell people what they should do or what they shouldn't do. But you got to understand, man, giving platforms to, women who don't even know what the red pill is, women who just coming out of interracial relationships. If you are a pro-black male, there's no need for you to have those type of people on your platform, man. Or if you are a pro-black female, why are you giving platforms to women who are just coming out of interracial relationships, who basically have told you that they were in those relationships, had no problem being in those relationships, okay? Probably threw you under the bus every once in a while, okay? But you're giving these particular females platforms, knowing this, and these women turn around and they throw it back in your face. Or you giving platforms to women who ain't shit, who something is wrong with them. They still come around and you got dudes who are eager to give them play. Because what? Because you think they look attractive? Let me tell you something, man. Some of the most disgusting women are attractive women, bro. I'm just letting you know. Some of the most disgusting women are attractive women. Women who've done it all. And I mean done it all. They have no ounce of loyalty in them. They don't care about being submissive in real life, but they'll tell you how they're submissive on YouTube. But they know that's not who they are. They're selling you BS just so they can be a part of your groups. And I'm pretty sure all of you see it. Okay, shout out to Omega Dress. Says you're very genuine and concise. Appreciate that, Omega Dress. There was one particular pro-black female who we all know who went crazy this weekend. And I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking of people's names anymore. People, get triggered. But she was basically going off and just going completely out of her mind. Going on panels, yelling and screaming. And there are people who literally support this person. And they will go to bat for this person. And I chuckled because I'm saying to myself, this woman has a big following of bitter, butthurt women and a bunch of mama's boys, a bunch of effeminate males who are looking for a woman to lead them. This is the woman who is leading them. This woman who grew up in a city of mostly white people, went to a college of mostly white people, who tries to look and talk white, we're supposed to believe she's going to lead the black community into the next generation. This is, and you got grown black men who go along with this. This is my biggest problem with some of y'all, man. Y'all can't talk about no manhood. You can't talk about leading shit when you following behind dysfunctional females. Shout out to Shelly, says preach there. This is why the manosphere is getting infiltrated. And I'm telling you, by the middle of next year, it's going to be a full-on, basically, invasion of the manosphere. I see it because you got brothers who are... Some of these guys are crumbling, man. They're getting weak at the knees, man. They're getting weak at the knees. They're getting weak at the knees. These women are attractive. So let's let them in. No matter how crazy they are, no matter how much self-hatred they show, let's just let them in. I want the numbers, even though they act crazy. We got to look at what's going on, man. Something is seriously wrong with some of these females, and we have to understand that if we don't look at ourselves in the mirror as black men, because that's what this manosphere that we're talking about. I mean, you could add the white manosphere guy, but usually white women ain't really in the manosphere as a whole like that. But if you're talking about the black manosphere, we got a problem, okay? And we got a big problem. So the only way to address it is to really just make rules and understand what we will deal with and what we won't deal with,